What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How the devil are we all doing? We're jumping right back into the Order 66 raid because we've had, of course, Pirate King Hondo Onaka come to the table, and I wanted to show you a couple of short mans that you can use in the raid at the top tier level. It should apply to all tiers below it, but I'm going to do the R9 tier because that's how we roll. Let's do this. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the raid. So, Pirate King Hondo has just joined the holotables, and he is, of course, very, very good in the raid. Unfortunately, unable to solo or duo. I mean, I got very close to being able to duo with him and Smee, but not quite hitting the mustard. Now, there are a couple of different setups that we can use to three-man this raid. So, here are the three setups that I'm aware of. Using Hondo, Smee, and OG Hondo is a way of getting it done. You can also use, well, let's just filter this by pirates so that we can get it easier. You can also use Hondo with Brutus and Hondo, and you can also use Brutus and Smee. All three approaches can work. They're all slightly different, and they all have various benefits to you. So I'm going to start off with Hondo, and Smee, and we'll go over a little bit of modding about how we go ahead and do this, and I will make my recommendation about which setup is probably the most useful to do. I would say most likely if you did this setup, this one has the most global use, simply because this will help you as you've got a Pirate King Hondo requirement over here, and then you've got a requirement for the error battle. The error battle, the crimes against the, not the crimes against the Republic, the Outer Rim Treasures one for the pirates, that requires you to have a character that was a marquee for the pirates. Hondo and Hondo don't count as marquees, legendary, old marquee, so you need one. Smee also doesn't count. So you have to have one of the pirate marquees in order to access those higher tiers. So Brutus with Hondo, and Hondo gives you access to all of the tiers of the event, of the error battle for the pirates, okay? So this one is one that you should be doing, in my opinion, if you have any other choice, right? We're going to start off with this one, and I'm going to go through the setup and approach and modding for all of them. So, Pirate King Hondo, I have got him modded for speed and health, so 560 speed and 200k health, or 208k health. The reason I've gone for health is that we do true damage based on our max health, and Hondo is a Galactic Legend, gains a bunch of additional bonuses. This helps us do like 30-40k, basically true damage whenever we use an ability after we've gained profit. And he's got 7,588 offense. Over here on Hondo, doesn't really matter. I've gone for 300 speed and just as much offense as I can land on him, 9.2k. Over here on Smee next, Smee I've gone for a combination of speed and potency and damage. Okay, so 260 speed, we've got 95% potency and 12k damage. You can mod your Smee for like 13,000 damage, and that does have some benefits as well. You just lose out on potency. I find the potency gives us a little bit more reliability when it comes to landing certain debuffs. He can land burn and he can land buff immunity. Both of those things are very, very valuable. Start off with this run. We're going to go over onto the Brutus runs after that. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so here we go. We are going to start off by using second special over here on the enemy fox. Let's get a nice big mass assist over here, and you'll nearly defeat him, which is great. If you have enough offense on Smee, you might even defeat him in one turn, which is really, really fantastic. I am then going to capture one of these Nightfall Troopers, just like that, and I'm going to do the big hit over here on Apo. Boom, boom, boom. He'll counterattack us, and then we'll get to use that second special. We want to put buff immunity and bleed on him, or burn rather. We didn't manage to land that, which is a bit of a shame. But we'll go ahead and just basic and take care of the enemy fox at this point. We'll take a little bit of damage here. And we're just looking to take out this Apo as soon as possible now. Wonderful. So let's go ahead and call in my boy Hondo. That really should have taken him out, but never mind. Use the event special ability to gain back some of that good business. And then I'm going to use that first special over there. After this, it's just a case of let's take out these Nightfall Troopers. Ooh, actually, let's take out this Disguised Clone Trooper real quick. Wonderful, while we had the opportunity. Let's go ahead and get some additional turn meter. Take out that Nightfall Trooper. We should be able to take out this one as well. Wonderful. And yeah, let's just gain a little bit of additional ult charge over here versus this Disguised Clone Trooper, and we can capture him as well. Capturing him is really useful because then we can go over here and we can actually focus on Lord Vader just for a little bit. I'm going to call in my boy Hondo all the time. It's going to help us regain cooldowns and also help build up a little bit of our ult meter. Now, it's probably in our best interests right now to just take out this Disguised Clone Trooper and move on to the next wave. So whenever you get the opportunity, you want to try and take out the Disguised Clone Troopers. That was a little bit unfortunate. But with them gone, the enemy can't gain all of the advantage and the retribution and all that good business. You should be getting to a point where you can defeat them pretty quickly, which is nice. Just should be able to, like, straight up basic them and have them die. Gonna even use some of my specials here, because we can still get to ult, guys. We can still get to ult, and if you get to ult, you can, of course, revive your Smee unless he died from Order 66. Alright, just go ahead and capture you, and we'll get back our Smee, I hope. I can't remember if he died to Order 66 or not. Looks like he didn't. He's still alive right now. So let's do a mass assist, gain some turn meter, heal up a little bit, take out a Disguised Clone Trooper, and then I'm just going to call in Pirate King Hondo versus Nightfall Trooper, take him out, and then we're going to use the event special ability again? Have we used that twice? I'm pretty sure we've used that twice now. That's interesting. I didn't realize that was a thing. I'll have to go back and check the footage here. Alright, and then we'll just take out Lord Vader. And that's kind of that. Now, it is a little bit finicky. All of these trio underman teams are a little bit finicky, but usually with a bit of deliberation, you can jump around and get it done. Okay, so that's team number 1. So next up, we're going to show the same sort of thing, but using Brutus instead of Smee. Now, we're using this approach because, 1, it's useful for the endgame era battle. 2, if you don't happen to have Smee, or maybe your Smee isn't at Relic 9, but you do happen to have a Brutus at Relic 9, you can do this approach instead. So the other modding stays the same. Brutus over here, 291 speed, and as much damage as you possibly can. I'm running an offense triangle over here. We're not running crit damage because most of the time you won't be critting anyway. I mean, you can probably swap out crit damage and you'll probably still be okay. All right, so start is pretty similar. We're going to go ahead and mass assist onto the enemy Fox. Does a good thing in particular, which is it applies breach to Fox. Isn't that great? We're then going to capture the enemy Apo, just like that. And we're going to use the second special over here. Actually, no, let's not. Let's just do a basic over here on enemy Apo real quick. And then we can take out the enemy Fox, just like that. Brilliant. After this, we do want to try and get our stacks up over here. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Losing Brutus kind of sucks, but we should be okay. And then all in on the enemy Apo real quick. And take enemy Apo out. Wonderful. Wonderful. After this, we want to try and take out these Nightfall Troopers as quickly as possible. So let's just take him out. Wonderful. I'm going to use that first special over here. Can't counter that first special, thankfully. Ooh, this is interesting. We could use the second special and gain a bunch of additional turn meter, essentially. Or we could try and just straight up defeat him. Now, he's only going to do a basic, so it's not going to call assist, so I'm going to actually go after the Disguised Clone Trooper real quick. Take one out. Take the other one out, so there's no more retribution. We just have to worry about getting this guy. Okay, cool. So if you get to this point, you're golden. We can capture that enemy Nightfall Trooper now, and then we can just focus on Lord Vader for a little bit. Use your specials where you can, so that you can, maybe don't use the second special from Pirate King Hondo. Use the specials where you can, so that you can build up your ult charge, and we can get that Smee back, which is actually super, super useful. We do like to have Smee available. Now, I don't really want to use that second special, and that's okay. Shouldn't have to worry too much about the enemy Nightfall Trooper. We have 3 stacks, so we know we can survive a number of attacks. Let's go ahead and put a little bit of damage into him. We've got our ultimate. Let's call our Smee back in now. Welcome back. Not Smee, sorry. Brutus. I've been doing too many of these runs. Brutus is back in the game now. Isn't that wonderful? And a basic over there, and we should be able to go around into the next wave without too many issues. We've got some good preloaded turn meter over here as well. So let's go ahead and try and take out the Disguised Clone Troopers when we can. Let's see. I'm going to save the cleanse and mass assist until afterwards. We'll capture one of these Nightfall Troopers. And yeah, let's just basic into him. Alright, looking good right now. Looking good. Go ahead and take out the Disguised Clone Trooper. The damage at this point is pretty phenomenal. And we are looking good. Just one last wave to go. As always, you want to try and focus down the disguised clone troopers, take them out super quick, because as long as they're gone, the enemy can't get retribution, can't get all that good Brucey bonus that they tend to do. I'm just going to actually use the first special over here, just for the funsies, and that is that. So this one is actually quite an easy one to do, I feel. It's all about the first wave. Provided you can get through the first wave without losing everybody and without losing a disguised clone trooper, you're going to be good. You're going to be great. Okay, so time for the last team then. Smee and Brutus. Same approach as before, same modding. Alright, so this one is all about that damage. We're going to use that charismatic captain, focus straight in on the enemy fox. We should nearly defeat him. If you've got enough offense on your Smee, like 13k, you will actually defeat him, which is kind of useful. Next up, we're going to use first special on that Nightfall Trooper. It won't beat him, but that triggered counterattack means that we can put buff immunity and burn on the enemy Apo. Wonderful. After this, we are going to go ahead and look to use that second special over here. Second special over here is going to place fear and bleed on the enemy Fox, which means he's going to be defeated next turn he takes. And then we just want to put some good damage into the enemy Apo right now. So he should get to about here. If he's in the red, it means that burning is going to defeat him when he takes his next turn. Just like that. Brilliante. Brilliante. And we are going to go ahead and just take out this Nightfall Trooper real quick. Wonderful. And now we need to take out the enemy Nightfall Trooper before he takes another turn. So we're going to call in our boy Smee, do some good damage, and then just use that first special to take out the Nightfall Trooper. Now, if you can get to this point, you're usually going to be okay. We're going to spam specials because we do want to get round to that revive. And then you need to take out the enemy disguised clone troopers before they stealth again. Just like that. Wonderful. Let's just basic him. Groovy, groovy. Okay, cool. So at this point, we should be feeling pretty good. Just basic over here with Hondo. And then a basic once again. Good. So Smee is then going to be able to get us round into the next wave. And we need to take out these guys over here on the side as quickly as possible. Let's have a look. We should theoretically be able to just completely one-tap this individual. Boom, 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 boom. Just like that with that first special, and then basic on the other one to take him out. Super. The enemy can't gain retribution if you can do that. All kind of depends on how does your turn meter land, essentially, at the end of each wave, but it shouldn't be too difficult for you to go around and get that done. I'm just going to basic here, save that mass assist. Basic, once again, save the mass assist. Now, if you want, you can reset your cooldowns. Now, these Nightfall Troopers, they are going to take off 2 stacks, essentially, on almost every attack. So you can look at how much stacks of execute you've got left on the Lord Vader, and you can just bite it out, try and build up your ult charge, which only will come through when you're using your specials with Hondo, basically, because you need to be using up your stacks of profit, essentially, to build up your ult. So just going to go ahead and basic and spam specials. We've got loads of time over here. So I'm just looking, you don't have to do this at all. You should be able to win with just Hondo and Smee. I'm just doing this to show what you can do, essentially. What you can do. Let's go ahead and use that special over here. Why not? Do a little bit of damage to him. Get round to that ult. And we can revive our good man, Mr. Brutus, who will be doing absolutely insane damage as well. I did not mean to click that button. Such a moron, Scribe. Oh my gosh. It shouldn't matter regardless. It shouldn't matter because what should happen is when it comes around to the ultimate, we should still be able to just use an ability, essentially, with one of our units and still be okay. Let's definitely drag it out, though, to get to ult, just so that we've got another unit on the field. I can't believe I did that. Accidentally clicked the wrong button. It's been a long day already, guys. It's been a very long day already. Alright. Let's just get our ult, shall we? It's a bit quicker if you've got Brutus alive instead of Smee, but, you know, you can't always have what you want. Can't always have what you want, ladies and gentlemen. The ult is so slow when you can't gain stacks of profit. Let's go ahead and steal buffs. How dare you? I'm just going to use the abilities because we need to hit that ult. It just takes so long. Hey, we've got our ult. So we'll use our ult. We'll get back Brutus. And hopefully everything will be all hunky-dory. For some reason, I get to use Dire Fortitude twice. I don't know why this happens. I'm not sure. That's a bug that exists in the game right now, I guess. Take him out. We'll go ahead, focus down on Vader. For some reason, we couldn't actually rescue the Jedi there. So we basically just need to use one ability in this ult tier, and we've got it because I messed up earlier, just messing around. Oh, the things you do for these videos, guys, the things you do for these videos. There we go, done. So that's 3 different pirate teams that you can use as a 3-man to get the max score in the raid. You can take these pirates into the lower tiers. It should be the exact same setup. Obviously, the modding, you won't be able to get as high because without the relic levels, you won't have the same levels of offense or health or anything like that. But the general gist of it, the general approach should be exactly the same. There are no real changes to the pirate faction based on the tier. They've only got one overall bonus faction, which is the 10% max health damage as true damage. Cool, groovy. Hopefully this video was useful or entertaining or at least mildly confusing to everybody at home. Give me a like and a subscribe if you can, and I'll see you all in the very next video. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.